state building.
Z100. New York.
Hey, what up? I'm Josh Martinez with Z100, New York's #1 hit music station, with our guest, Paloma Mami. Hello, girl.
What's good?
So you're born in New York City, right?
Yes.
And then what age did you get out to Chile?
I was born in New York City. My parents are from Chile, and I moved back out there when I was 16 years old. The whole fam's from Chile. We were the only ones out here in New York, and yeah, finally got to go back and meet the roots, the family.
What was that? What was that culture shock like, going from everything you know is New York City, which is its own like country at the end of the day,
Yeah.
to literally another country, another continent?
Yeah, you know, it was crazy. It was mad crazy. Thankfully, my parents had always, my mom, like, she had always traveled with us. Every year we would go to Chile. We would spend the summers there since I was like a baby, like 1 year old, probably always going back. So I thankfully knew, it wasn't like I got there blindly and I didn't know a thing. I knew how to speak Spanish, obviamente. My whole family and I were like always connected, but I didn't know a lot about like definitely like the youth of like Chile. Like I had to go to school there, and the slang was just different from like my mom teaching me, because she's like an older lady, so like she would talk to me properly, and then like, you know, then you get the slang and it's like a whole other world. So it was definitely really crazy, but I'm very grateful for everything the way that it turned out, because yeah, it taught me so much.
I'll just say I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
We have the worst Spanish ever. Like,
No, what? You guys actually, you guys are actually valid with your Spanish. Like, it's very understandable. I feel like Dominicans, Cubans, like, oh, I can't get that. I don't
they just speak
understand.
dímelo que lo que hay,
Sí,
dique,
sí,
all these
sí.
things that they just be making up that we don't know.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
just nod
that.
and smile. Like, oh,
But
yeah.
I think Puerto Rican is more like understandable, because here in New York, like everybody, like all my friends are like Puerto Rican, like, you know, Puerto Rican, Peruvian, Mexican, that flow.
So from a musical inspiration standpoint, who were your inspirations when you were growing up in New York City?
I had so many amazing inspirations. I definitely have been big on R&B since I was little, as well as like a lot of like jazz music. I loved jazz as well. Like I liked a bunch of different things. My mom would show me jazz, right? She would show me like Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Louis Armstrong, like a lot of jazz side. And then I tuned into like R&B because of like my friends, my surroundings and everything. And like I was big on Mary J. Blige a lot. Well, Sade, I love Sade, Erykah Badu. Yeah, and it was like a good fusion of like all those things. And then obviamente también escuchando reggaeton always, because my cousins would put me on from Chile. They'd be like sending me tracks like, listen to this new Tony
This is going to be
Dice.
dope in 18 months in New York City, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you got to Chile, how did your inspirations change? Obviously, you're a little older
Yeah.
at that point in your life. And then plus the surrounding obviously changes what you're into. So
Cool.
how did things change for you when you were out there from a musical standpoint?
You know what was crazy? That I got out to Chile right when like this whole era of like la música urbana estaba así como que bubbling in a way it hadn't before in a long time. Like it was like I got there 2016, and like already 2016 ya se estaba escuchando, you know, like the trap that was coming out of Puerto Rico. Like you heard a lot of Brian Myers, you heard a lot of El Dominio, yo creo que era, we heard Ozuna, you know, like it was like the good, you know, Ñengo was still on it. Like it was a good era to switch up. Like I stopped listening to any like English music for a minute, and I was full just Latin worlds and like listening to only that for like a minute.
So when you decided to make music your career, did you have a particular sound that you had in mind? Because on one hand, you have like the R&B inspiration, and then on the other hand, you're doing the reggaeton, trap style. And obviously, we eventually get to the point where a lot of the different sounds blend together for your music. But in the beginning, were you trying to hit a particular sound, or were you just trying to be you?
You know, I was trying to be like, because of the fact that I was listening to so much R&B, and then I came to Chile and it was like only Latin, I was like, you know, I feel like what's missing is like a mixture of the both, and I still haven't heard that. And I was very much on like, I love listening to female artists growing up, because I feel like as a girl you can kind of embody them a little bit more than a male artist. Like when you see a male artist, as from my perspective as a girl, like I'd be like, I wish I could be more like not like a man. Like I'm trying to look up to a female, you know, at the end of the day, to see what we can do and see what's possible and how we can sound. And I never had a female representative, like somebody representing it in the urban sound the way that I was like, imagine how fire it'd sound if it was like R&B but in Spanish and like un poquito de reggaeton y trap, like all of that. And I was like, I think I should just try it and make it. Like, let me just cook up something, you know.
From a story writing standpoint, a songwriting standpoint, have you ever wrote a song that was probably too personal, where you were like, after you wrote it down, you're like, all right, I don't think I'm ready for this yet?
Oh yeah, I definitely have. And I definitely have been like, I'm not taking this out. Like nobody can hear this. Like I don't want anybody to know I think like this or like I feel this way. But then everybody always just like, when I ever have my friends, my girlfriends are like the ones that give me the most opinions, my family, and they always are like, me dicen la clara, you know, siempre they're always talking real, and they're saying like, you should honestly just show your vulnerability if it's through music, because you're never gonna regret the way that you're feeling. It's like having a diary, and it's like you feel that way in that moment for a reason, and it's good to express it. And I don't think I should ever feel ashamed of that. Honestly, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm very like, I don't like anybody knowing my emotions, how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. But when it comes to music, I feel like it kind of gives you a little bit of this like play sense where they don't know if it's real or not. So, you know, it could be not how I feel, and it could be somebody else's story. So no one will ever know.
You mentioned your family and specifically your homegirls, kind of your inner circle, being the most important people to you when it comes to your music. How important is it to have that inner circle be as tight as they are for your success?
I think it's super, super important. It's what's always been holding me down and making me, you know, reminding me of my roots always, my family. And that has never, never changed. I've always been very connected to them, and thankfully they've always been present in my lives and very supportive in my music career. And same thing with my girls. Like I'm very close circle. Like I don't have any new friends, you feel me, since I was like 8 years old. Like I have the same 2 friends, 3 girls, 1 girl in Chile, 2 girls in New York, like, and then my sister, you know? It's like very close. And it's honestly been amazing that way. I have like a good balance, every friend type, you know? So it's perfect.
So in a lot of your music, there's a lot of like inspirational lines that kind of cater towards women and building women up and building girls up. How important is it for you to maintain that sense of positivity so that little girls coming up could hear your music, see your videos, turn around and be like, yo, I feel that positivity coming from her?
Yeah, it's so important. Like I was saying before, that before I started this, I didn't have like a reference of a female that was doing Latin, was doing the sound that I was looking for, was giving the message that I was looking for in Spanish. So I feel like it's very key for me to always stay true to myself in the way that I'm always gonna say what comes from the heart and not necessarily like cater specifically to younger girls or females in general, but it's just like what comes naturally. And I feel like that's something that is like appreciative as well, because it's being real, you know. I'm not gonna be censored. It's gonna be super real, raw, like, you know, for anybody that can receive it and feels it, it's gonna get to them. And hopefully, I think the most important thing for me is to be able to inspire females and younger females and anyone in general through music, and have them be able to see that they're able to do whatever they put themselves to if they, you know, go for it, if they're focused.
Has there been anybody to slide into your DMs or mention you in an interview from a musical standpoint where you're like, oh snap, they took notice? Like, this is so dope. This is so hard.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just a simple DM saying like, hey, I see you, keep killing it.
Yeah, there's been so many that I've been like, how?
Click it, make sure it's like that person's Insta.
Yeah, definitely. Where I'm like, how did this person even find me? Like, it's just crazy. But the internet is so, you know, it's wild. You never know who's gonna be in the DMs. Like, I'm grateful for all the like uplifting, positive messages, and it shows me like, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm doing something right. You know, I'm doing something right.
Well, the Something Right is leading to a tour that's kicking off next month as we do this interview rather. What can people expect from you on tour? Like, what does a Paloma Mami show look like?
Well, it's very like my name, you know, very mommified. It's sexy vibes, very pink, Yeah, very feminine. Like that's basically, and this whole tour is all females only. This Sorry Papi tour is like only females are allowed to watch the show. So it's gonna be just my dream world, honestly. Like
Any nerves performing at the Brooklyn Paramount, knowing that it's literally a 1-2 train ride from where you grew up?
nah, it's lit. I'm so excited to sing there. I had been there before one time. And I was like, oh my God. And then I saw that it was there and I was like, it's crazy. That's full circle. In 1 year, it was a year ago and I'm there. So it's lit. I'm really excited. I love Brooklyn too. So it's lit.
When you went from New York City to Chile, what did you miss the most about living in New York City?
Definitely how everything is open until like 5 in the morning here, 24/7. Chile does not have that. Like, nah, we got a gas station open and like they're gonna give you gum if that's what you want to eat at 3 in the morning. But here, like you could get fire food. You could get some good artichokes pizza. You feel me? Like some fire, whatever it is you're craving, you got it there. That's what I miss.
Dude, literally Saturday night, I was hosting at a club on Staten Island, and when I was done, I went to a diner, and I had all this food at my disposal, and I was like, this is why New York City is the greatest city on the planet.
It deadass is.
Because I could get pasta, I could get a Caesar wrap, I could get a salad, I could get anything I want right now.
Pancakes,
Exactly.
breakfast. Come on, at 4 in the morning, like that's the best.
I'm too old for that now. I woke up Sunday, and I was like, my body can't handle this.
Oh my God.
Enjoy your youth, girl. That's the point of this. So aside from your tour, what can fans expect from you for 2025 and beyond moving forward?
Oh, well, honestly, I would just say, be patient with the new stuff that's coming on the way. I'm definitely working. I'm working on some new things, like some new sounds I'm exploring, and I'm already like, locked in for what's coming next.
We love that. Hopefully you'll be back here.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be doing big things.
Yeah,
We
thank
know you'll
you.
be doing big things.
Thank you.
It's all love, girl. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Paloma Mami. Boop, boop.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.